Thank you for tuning into the Oh Hell No podcast. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're easily offended and like adult humor, sexual innuendos, or adult content, please leave now. If for any reason we find you being a Kyle or a Karen in the comment section, we'll yeet you out of here like a motherfucker because honestly, we don't care. Please buckle up, enjoy the ride, and when the ride comes to a complete stop, you made a part to the left. Hey everybody, I'm Doug, President and CEO of Wicked Weather. I'm going to pass it around. Everybody can introduce themselves. We'll start with Gaige.
What's up, y'all? Probably recognize me from our first podcast. By the way, if you haven't seen our first podcast, go check it out. It was great. We were still working out some of the kinks. Still probably going to work out some kinks, but it's all right. I'm the vice president of operations here at Wicked Weather, and the funniest out of everyone. So you better laugh, or I will come after you.
All right, go ahead, Ethan.
My name's Ethan. I'm just a storm chaser here. Don't have no fancy title or nothing along those lines. I am a firefighter down in southern Indiana. I'm new to chasing, but not new to weather whatsoever. So
He's also 15, I think. I don't know.
18, or else I couldn't
Oh.
be here, boss.
Oh, gotcha.
Go ahead, Carlee.
You would have fooled me. So
Hi guys, I'm Carlee Miller. I am the Vice President of Chase Operations for Wicked Weather. I live in Kansas, right on the Kansas-Oklahoma line, so that is specifically nice during storm season. Yeah, currently studying weather forecasting as well. Thankfully, I got these guys to help guide me along the way, though.
It's a lot of misplaced
Yeah.
trust right there.
I'll toss it to you, Natalie.
So I'm Natalie. I'm talent acquisitions for Wicked Weather, and I'm located out of the St. Louis, Missouri area.
All right, we're going to go back and touch on Ethan for a second. Ethan, the day you graduated school, you went out and got that phenomenal
yesterday.
Feels like it was yesterday.
Pretty close. A couple months ago.
I think he still has his driver's permit.
It was.
I don't think he's got his license yet.
Yeah. So it was. Was it the day I graduated, or it was either the day I graduated or my cap and gown photos? I think it was my cap and gown photos I had just finished. And so I look on the radar because I saw, like the big anvil clouds and stuff kind of rolling in from the west, as they always do. And I called up one of my buddies. I actually got a pretty good story. I don't know how much time we have here,
We got an
but
hour, man.
all right, sweet. So I called up one of my buddies. And we'll go ahead and shout out Carson. He's an EMT down here and a firefighter in the department I'm on as well. And I was like, hey, man, I just joined this group. They're saying there's storms rolling in. I'm going to go out, see if I can get some shots. It'd be like my first official chase. So I load up with him, and we didn't drive not but I want to say about 10 minutes south of where I'm currently at. And I get a few initial shots of a wall cloud and was able to confirm that there was a rotating wall cloud. Warnings were dropped shortly thereafter. I believe it was Brian that got that sent in. It was either you, Doug, or Brian that got that sent in and officially spotted it. And I do know there was another one from IWN that was down there as well, spotting. Um, but we stayed on that wall cloud for a little bit, but in the last podcast, I believe Brian mentioned the difficult chasing terrain that there is down here in southern Indiana and just kind of the Midwest in general. And so it moved into a very difficult area visibility wise. So we're kind of moving on these little curvy backwoods roads. And I look over at my buddy Carson, I'm like, hey man, I'm not seeing the rotation anymore. I think the storm died on us. And what I failed to realize, because first chase jitters, I'm just kind of tunnel visioned on the clouds here, not really looking at my other surroundings, is the hayfield next to me is swirling. Like all the grass is swirling in this hayfield. And I'm like, bud, let's get out here and just get some shots of the grass, like a good 10-15 second still shot of the grass or something. And he goes, because I've got this like nice moon roof in my car. And he's like, bud, you need to look up. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, the rotation's above us. I step out of the car. There it was. I swear it literally looks like I was looking directly up into a funnel cloud. I know I wasn't because there was no funnel clouds reported on that storm. However, that was one of the most insane like feelings because it was like the world was like trying to like revolve around you in a sense. And I drove up off the road or drove up the road just a little bit more, just because I knew I was kind of in a dangerous situation if something were to happen, and was able to snag that shot on the back end of it. So that's kind of like the little story that there is behind that one there. So
I have to be honest with you, Ethan. I'm a pretty competitive person. And actually me and Carlee were just talking about this last night. I was like, hey, if we're gonna be the forecasting for our like region, like we're gonna be the best. And I told her, I was like, next season we're chasing together. We're gonna go down to CW's area, down in the Delta, and we're gonna show them how it's done, kind of thing. So I'm a very, very competitive person, and I actually did not realize that was like your graduation day. So that's pretty cool.
yes,
So congrats to that. Kind
thank
of
you.
a cool way to start off being a part of Wicked Weather, honestly. But anyway, I remember you sending that photo in, and I was like, this fucking guy, like because I had like the cover photo, you know. And so I was like,
Right.
heck yeah. Like and then you just come in just like, just laying it down on the table. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Like, who is this guy? And so, but it was an excellent, excellent shot. Couldn't have taken it better myself. So you 100% deserve that. And hopefully we get to get some more out of you probably soon or next
You're
I mean,
season,
right.
I guess. We're
my
coming to the
You
end.
plan
couldn't
For
is
sure.
to definitely we usually have 2 seasons here. So obviously you got your spring season as everywhere does, and then we have kind of like this
Mhm.
weird fall into winter where things are kind of going from
Yep,
warm to cold. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely planning on getting on some shots there, especially with the leaves and stuff changing over.
absolutely.
But going back to like getting the cover photo and everything, it wasn't just the cover photo that was a major milestone. There was also a request made by Channel 13 News for that photo as well.
Mm.
And I remember getting the
Mhm.
phone call from Doug and Carson sitting next to me. And Doug, I don't think he really knew how to kind of break the news to me because I don't know if you guys have had too many pictures kind of get taken up like that. But he's like, hey, we kind of got to discuss this picture. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, something happened. Like there something's completely wrong with the photo and just it can't be used anymore. And he's like, no, WTHR actually like wants your photo to air tonight. And so I muted the phone. I don't know if Doug could hear the mute button be pressed, but me and my buddy literally like screamed in the car for like 2 minutes because we're like, why are we on the news? What did we do that was so special to get on the news? But that was pretty surreal, and I don't think either one of us are gonna ever forget that. And he's actually planning on getting his certifications and hopefully joining us here next season as well. So
Awesome.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And Gage, you're right. You couldn't get a shot that good because you're not as cool as he is.
Typically I'm
Set the
really
bar
quick on
very
my
high
feet.
for a lot of us.
So
He
so
did.
the thing is there is he was just talking for like 6 minutes. She had the whole time to Google that response for you.
You're right. You know what? That makes me feel better. Typically, I'm really good on my feet with responses, but I didn't got nothing on that. She's right.
I know I'm right.
Get nothing
Now,
to say back,
me
Gage?
and Natalie, Natalie and I were talking too because I told her, she when I joined, she was actually like the first person I like actually had met face to face from like Wicked Weather and chased with in Missouri when we were trying to find I think we were trying to figure out if there was damage somewhere. Is that what we were doing?
Yeah, we were in Springfield, Missouri at the time. It was on Easter. Um, I remember my family was so pissed. I decided to go chase instead of be home for Easter. And we were kind of in two different sides of town, but we were following the same storm. You were coming from one direction, I was coming the other, and we passed each other. And
Oh, and
then,
by the way, if you pass Natalie on a storm chase, you know it. Her little yellow car, just like, yep, that was obvious. Like,
yeah, you really can't miss me, that's for sure. But yeah, we were told that one of the little towns could have been hit, so we went to see if there was damage and help if needed.
you were keeping up with me too. I was
Damn right
trying
I
to get
was.
there. Yeah, I
I
was
learned my
impressed with your
lesson the
little
hard
car.
way. Anytime you ride in the car with Natalie, put your seat on. Put your seatbelt on right away before she even starts that car. Because I got flung so hard into Maddie. Oh my!
Yeah, that was the Storm Chaser Summit in February.
Yeah.
They decided to opt to ride with me in the rental car. And yeah, I mean, we got there. Everybody was safe. There was no accident.
So
I think
please
Carlee,
tell me,
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
please tell me your rental car was bigger than a Fiat.
It
What
was,
was
but
it? Wasn't that the what it was?
I think was it the Kia Soul?
Yeah, it was the
I think it was a Kia
Did you guys
Soul.
get insurance on it so you guys could just
Yeah.
like have the windshield busted out and return
So
it as
you-
is?
Yes.
It was a whole clusterfuck. Me trying to get there
It was
because I was
winter.
supposed to have left that morning, and I didn't finally hit the road until what 11, almost midnight, and
Yeah,
I
you were
had the
knocking
4.5 hour drive.
I think you were knocking on the door. It was like 3 a.m. when I let you in.
Right. I mean, I made record time. I was doing great when I got there, but then I had like a couple hours of sleep, and then we had to get up to go to the summit.
Mhm.
Well, and
And mine-
that whole chase with you, Natalie, too. I was really tired that time because I had driven. I had just chased the day before. Like I drove from Albuquerque over to Oklahoma, chased all day uh, until the wee hours of the morning, and then ended up down close to Abilene the next day chasing. And then my sister and I drove all the way up the next day to get it to Missouri for that chase day.
Yep.
And those storms were moving really fast. But I don't know, it was still worth it. I was glad I went, but and then I think the first time I met Carlee face to face was way different. It was I almost call that a blue
What?
sky bust.
Yeah,
That was
that was a weird day. It was like those two cells were just battling each other. What one was near Weatherford and one was near what other town was? I'd have to look it up, but it was just maybe a county to the northeast. Those two cells were just battling with which one was going to be the strongest. And the
yeah,
one
we
you
ended up-
guys chose died out, and the one we chose ended up strengthening, but it didn't ever drop anything.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that was the day that we had Austin with us to like he was trying to do
Oh
like
yeah,
a documentary and stuff. So that was a kind of a weird day. It didn't live up to expectations, but such as
yeah.
chasing. Sometimes you think you choose something, and then every once in a while you just get those blue sky busts, and it's like, well, that didn't work out. But it was good to meet you guys in person finally at the gas station at the end. So
I don't remember. I can't remember what town that was around though. But
yeah,
my favorite that evening was watching on race go to one cell, and then all of a sudden they'd all come back to this cell, and then you kind of see them splitting because it was like one of those cells would strengthen, and then the other one would weaken, and they were just playing this teeter totter. So you
yeah.
on radar scope you could see just all of those little dots going back and forth. Those chaser convergences suck, especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I try
Everybody
to
claims
think
they're a
like the other
chaser.
chasers. Oh yeah, I try to think like the chasers and then do the opposite so that I'm not where they are.
And typically, you could just go the different direction than Reed, and then you're set.
Yeah, that is
And sometimes though, no matter how much you try to avoid them, you still end up crossing paths though.
No, it's true. Andrew and I did that same thing that time down in Texas when we ended up on that tornado. I believe Clint was with Casey that day, but like we were trying to avoid him. Like we literally told us like, hey, we need to avoid Reed here. There's a lot of chasers in the area, kind of thing. And we continued to cross paths with him like every 30 minutes or so. We were like, how does this keep happening? We're like,
Yeah.
but we just all on the same page,
Maddie, Luna, and I, when we were in Minnesota chasing, he kept crossing paths with us. So we were like, we kind of like waved, but then we just kept going and he turned off and we're like, yeah, we're going to go up further. We're not going to follow.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Jonathan?
Hey, John.
Hi.
Hey guys, how is everybody doing?
Another day in paradise, man.
Good.
Good to hear.
Night in paradise.
It is morning now.
Admiring all the stupidity on this full moon.
Yeah. There's plenty of stupidity anyway. Doesn't matter if it's a full moon or not.
Yeah, the drive home was ridiculous. There was somebody stopped in the middle of the road right before I got home with their lights off, just sitting there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Where I come from, that's an undercover cop.
That's what I was
Yeah.
exactly getting ready to say. It sounds like a trooper.
Yeah.
It most certainly was not, though.
So I want to toss a weather word of the week out there for you guys real quick. You guys
Oh,
know
no.
what it is.
Here we go.
Insulation.
Insulation,
Insulation.
like the stuff that you put in your attic.
Walls. That's what I thought.
It's the amount of solar radiation received by one area.
Interesting.
You're
Is
welcome.
this along the same lines of corn sweat?
It really actually honestly could be. Something I
Yeah.
want to start here in a couple episodes, not this one. It's called Hell Yes or Hell No. It's a lightning round game where you guys respond hell yes or hell no to controversial weather topics like Gaige's cloud seeding post that got amazing comments on there. People were threatening each other.
Oh my god.
We're
That's
actually
great.
part of the government. It's conspiracy theory. Some comments that I can't relate
Fun.
or I can't put on this podcast because this podcast would get doxxed quick.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you have to understand, I can't do lightning rounds. Y'all know I'm a little slow.
so
That's
for those of
an
you that don't
understatement.
know, Gaige is with Wicked Weather because we were told we'd get a tax cut if we hired a Goodwill Industries kid.
Oh, kind
Well,
of like
I
the
hope that's working out for you.
Yeah, it's similar to Make-A-Wish, except they lied to us. We didn't get
Oh.
It's
the
part of our special education program.
I see.
That's why I'm here.
You're just the director for it.
I know best. So, here's a good topic. Storm snacks. What are some snacks you guys keep in your cars during chase season?
Hey,
to-
real quick, before we get to that, that's a good topic. But has Jonathan introduced himself yet? I don't think he has.
No. Go ahead, Jonathan. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan Chazet. I'm a chaser from Kentucky. I've lived here most of my life. Moved back a couple of years ago, and decided to kind of take the plunge and do something I've always wanted to do. And at this point, I've been chasing for about 4 years now, and it's been an amazing journey. It's just been an amazing time being able to be able to do this. It's been fantastic, honestly.
Hell yeah,
Two
that's
things.
what's up.
Two things. First off, I just found out how to say your name just now.
I always thought it was Chase.
Chazet. And honestly, I'm extremely disappointed because as a storm chaser, I really was hoping that it was actually Chase because that's fucking perfect.
Hey, it would work out really well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just make it your screen name.
It might be. It might have to be at some point. That would be a good point. Yeah.
Also, number two, are you aware that you are being stalked by some sort of animal in the background of your shot?
That would be my kitten, and stalked is
Ah.
definitely the correct word. I just moved, and she is not happy about it right now. She is not okay with what's happening.
That's all right,
Okay.
though.
Sorry. Okay. Now that that's away, back to the snacks. You said what was the question?
Of course, you remember food.
I'm fat for a reason.
I think she was talking about me, but I'm lucky I even remembered that.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Oh, I lace it up. Just saying. Storm snacks. What are some snacks you guys keep in your vehicles with you on chase days? Like me, I keep jerky. I'm not a candy fan. I don't like sweets. So I keep jerky, bag of chips, like 5 or 6 energy drinks. Monster, sponsor us. So what are some things you guys keep in your vehicle?
So 2 things for me. They're my absolute weakness. Funny enough, the tornadoes that you get from like Speedway, those things are like crack to me. I love those things. And then liquid death. Literally any of the liquid death, I am. You give me any of those, I will be as happy as can be.
Typical
never tried
chaser.
So, now I know what to put in your Christmas stocking.
Yeah.
For me, I'm I'm a little different. You guys might not have even heard it. Well, you've heard of one of them, but probably not the other.
Gaige is a vegan.
How'd you know?
Your wife told me.
No, but have you guys ever heard of Munchos?
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love those things. My grandma used to eat them all the time, and she'd always have Munchos at her house, and I think that I just grew up on it. It's a little nostalgic. But I love those things. They're just, I don't know, very thin potato chip that's extremely salty. And with that being said, I also like Muddy Buddies. So like I have the sweet and saltiness together. So big Muddy Buddies fan, and then I have to have my Mountain Dew. I'm drinking one right now. But yeah.
So
that's what I got.
Said, if those of you watching this, you guys want to help me buy a white van, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, that definitely fits you. Okay. Me, Ethan's the one that looks like he's 15.
There's definitely people thinking I've been kidnapped to be here right now. I would not put that past the comment section.
Oh, dear. Well, let me think. So one thing for me, either beef jerky or Slim Jims, either or I'm happy with. And then have you guys seen like those freeze dried fruits? Like yeah.
Oh yeah.
I take like 6 bags, maybe even probably double that on some days, and I'll eat that freeze dried fruit all day. And then of course the Red Bulls are Lonnie's.
So I follow Adam's post a lot, Adam Lucio.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you what, I'm a whore for Subway too.
I'd totally be down for a sponsorship from Subway.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just
I
think
don't think I got room for it.
Don't lie to us. You know you do.
Being the child that I am, I'm definitely going to have to go with probably Twix left, not right, even though I'm a right-handed person. And Swedish Fish with White Monsters. Those
White
are like my
Monsters.
go-to.
I took you as a bug juice type of person.
No, the little Superman on top where the little
Yeah.
sippy cup is. I know exactly what I
Yeah.
did drink those.
I
Those were
do
all
have
the
a car
time.
seat right here.
I've got, hold on. You guys definitely can't tell how tall I am in real life, but all my buddies that will watch these, and definitely the guys from the fire departments and stuff. Here's my step stool. I've actually got 2 step stools that I have to use around the house.
How tall
They
are
are.
you?
I am
That's me.
5'6".
Yeah, me too.
5'6".
Oh,
Me too.
Dude, you could be a
So-
jockey.
I'm 5'8".
I know I'm like the perfect size for it. Actually, I've been told that.
So-
I've got a lot of buddies that barrel race or girls that I know barrel race. Yeah.
Stay away from them barrel racing girls.
Yeah, they're trying.
Hey, watch it.
They're trying.
I'm telling you. Natalie's the
That
perfect
might-
example.
That might be true. But Gage, you can also count, and Carlee too can count for just how short I am. Because I'm only 4'10".
I think Natalie comes up to like
Or-
just right at my shoulders or a little under.
That's
Yeah,
what
so
she's
tiny car, tiny person.
Well,
But
Carlee,
I will-
You were taller than I expected you to be. Like when I first met you,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you're actually pretty tall. And then Natalie is very short, perfect size for her car.
It's true.
There was a-
But I
there
will
was a
tell
girl
you.
I- There was a girl I worked
Okay.
with over the summer at the lake. We could literally cut a piece of string, and it was as tall as her, and we could hold it like within our wingspan. She was 4'11". So
An
So-
inch taller than me.
I want to touch on this real quick. She's 4'10", she says, but that's with her shoes on. Probably stuffed with some socks. She's probably legally a midget.
Technically, at least in the state of Missouri, 4'10" and under is.
Interesting.
Yep. I don't know about some of the other states, but I know in Missouri it is.
So Missouri.
I
is
didn't
now
know there was a
known as
legal
midget state.
requirement there. I didn't
There-
know there was a
there
state
is.
there.
Well,
Yeah.
is that considered an actual disability, like genuinely?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
So I guess it would have to have some sort of requirement, right?
like requirements, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get scholarships for it.
Why
That's
haven't you
true.
gotten a
That's
scholarship?
true. I just
Yep.
went through all that. I looked at it. I had to measure quite a few times.
All you would have had to do is go to the doctor and just slouch just a little bit, and you got your
Get it on
scholarship.
record, yeah.
I will say though, my car might be tiny. I might be tiny, but my car can hold quite a bit because I am the snack dealer on the road. I carried a little bit of everything. So my go-tos are probably going to be like Twizzlers, or those dehydrated banana chips, and then Ghost
Yum.
energy drinks. By far are probably my favorite. But I have one of those jumbo variety packs of chips. I have one that's like crackers and cookies, and then I usually have like 2 cases of water in the back of the car.
Does the Ghost energy drink have anything to do with your paranormal investigations?
It could.
She uses it as a pre-workout, so it makes her think she's seeing shit that's not actually there.
Just like my cat at 3 a.m. Just like,
That'd be Jonathan right now.
That is me right now.
So I'm gonna bounce back to Ethan's topic about us telling him he's a jockey. So last night, there was a few of us in chat, and we were talking about great ideas that Wicked Weather could expand to. First, it was the Wicked Food Truck, the Wicked Ice Cream Truck, the Wicked Hearse, the Wicked Repo, the Wicked Repo Company, and then we also talked about buying a horse for the Kentucky Derby, and we need a jockey.
it's true.
I'm short enough. I qualify, and I know how to ride.
Ethan's
I can
what we
be her
would need.
reserve. I can be her reserve rider. That's fine by me.
Let's
So
do it.
Anybody out there that wants to donate a racing horse, let us know.
Heck yeah. We got a jockey ready to go.
We are open to acquisitions.
Or a short bus we can turn into a tow truck too.
Is there a age requirement that you have to
16
in order
and
to
over.
for the Kentucky Derby?
Yep, 16 and over.
All right, cool. Hey, Ethan, you're in.
I'm down. That would be awesome. I'm sure we can
So
find
I
some
will
sort of
take
horse
the
somewhere
hearse.
on Marketplace.
I bet you would.
I'm sure you would.
So I was actually just telling Gaige that with me driving solo so much, I'm actually going to start getting a co-pilot to go with me on chases. But
yeah.
his name is Mr. Bones, and it's going to be a
She's gonna-
skeleton, and I'm going to dress him up.
Yeah.
Is it life size?
Yep, the like
Oh,
5.5,
that's
6
awesome.
foot skeleton. Yeah, he's going to start riding shotgun with me.
Oh,
Dress
this
him
is
up for
life
each
size.
holiday.
I mean, I know
Yep.
somebody that had a blow up doll in their passenger seat, dressed it up so they could ride in the HOV lane.
That's awesome. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
You?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
Schaefer's
You let
basically
us
a blow up
believe
doll.
that. Oh,
Schaefer's
okay.
basically a blow up doll, so that's close.
He's like, I know somebody. He's fucking talking
Stop
in third person.
it! Oh man. So prep and survival. What do you guys keep in your vehicles, medical kit wise? And then when you guys are home, do you have a go bag ready to where if you have to run to the basement? I mean, me personally, tornado warning goes out. My kids and my wife go to the basement. I go out the front door. Like, where the fuck is this thing? No cowboy by any means. I'm not gonna sit there and try and lasso this thing. But I'll tell you what, I'd love to watch it go by. But yeah, we keep a bag. If there's storms, we have a bag packed ready by the door. I got an active shooter kit in the car. I got a separate med kit in the car. Even got folding chairs in the car. So if we get out by a field and we want to pop those things out while we're watching the storm, we'll do it.
It's actually a good idea. I need to add the fold up chairs to mine.
It'll help with the patience thing that you have a problem with.
Yeah. True. I could start on this one. Being military, of course, I have a go bag. I have a couple go bags for a couple different situations. But we'll get into what's all in those. But as far as chasing and stuff goes, yes, my medical kit's always ready to go. I just have a basic med kit, to be honest. For that, I know people that have a bunch of stuff. Most of the time, if you have been in a situation, especially in a storm situation that has, who was it? Who cracked one? No, if you've been into storm recovery and things like that, you'll find that your vehicle will not be very close by 99% of the time, and you're going to have to walk. So I keep mine pretty light. I have the most amount of things as I can that I think is going to be useful in my med bag in my truck, but it's lightweight, so I can actually be mobile. So um, I have some extra stuff in there as well, but as far as the actual med bag that I just want to grab and go, it's pretty lightweight and pretty basic. Um, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll let somebody else talk for a minute.
Yeah, to kind of echo off of what you said, Gaige. I get the wanting to keep it light aspect of things. While I was working in Somerset, I was more surprised by the stuff I was coming across. I was expecting to come across a lot more of the traumatic injuries and stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff I came across was just really basic stuff. The one that stood out to me, woman I came across, she hadn't had her sugar. She lost her blood glucose meter, and she hadn't had her sugar, and she was crashing. She needed sugar. So for me personally, at this point now, I always carry a blood glucose meter in my kit, and I'm trying to kind of tailor it down to things that are both life saving and some of the basic things. The simple stuff, taking blood pressure, blood glucose meter, things like that. I'm trying to slim mine down to that. I had a little bit of everything in it, but it weighed a lot, and it was a pain. It was a pain just carrying it around. It was a drag. It was in the way all the time. So I totally get what you're saying there. Wanting to keep everything light. That definitely resonates.
I keep all my stuff in a backpack so that it is easy to carry, especially if I have to travel long distance. And like you were saying with the glucose, it's the same thing I have. I make sure I keep the glucose tabs. I usually have like a little bottle of honey that I keep in my purse. So if that's ever needed, because that's easy to administer and be able to get absorbed under the tongue or the back of the throat without somebody choking on it if they're not conscious. But I also have one of those wrist blood pressure cuffs. Some trauma stuff, but mostly it's just your basic antiseptics, bandage, gauze, things like that I keep in there. But then I also keep a life vest in the car, the helmet in case we have to go retrieve hail, and then also keeping all the snacks in the water. Because you never know when you're going to need to come across something where you're either going to need water to clean, or somebody hasn't had water for a couple of days. If they need to eat something, you've got it.
No,
Uh,
usually piggybacking off you, like extra like beef sticks of any kind because they're really good for them. Places.
Carlee, you're sounding like a robot a little bit, unfortunately.
I got beef jerky stick out of it.
I got beef jerky stick.
That's what I got too.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Maybe. Try to get.
Someone else can go and.
well, I'll do it while you're working on that. I'll be completely honest with you guys. The only go bag that I keep personally is my fishing kit for the weekend kind of getaways around here. However, I am fortunate enough to volunteer on the same department as my father. I wrap up my EMR course this month, so I'll be able to work in the field as a EMR. Um, I'm only technically certified medically in a clinical setting right now. But we do have a whole kit as far as his certification goes that we would carry with us. And then also, I'm fortunate enough to live in an area where a lot of the storms that do get bad are also fairly local. And so I can always hop on a run or something with my local department and have all the equipment and stuff that I would need, first aid wise, and actually doing SAR operations. Um, But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I mean, I have obviously like a normal first aid kit anybody can carry inside the car, just for normal bumps and bruises and stuff like that. And I keep a spotlight in there as well because night times get a little bit tricky whenever you're kind of roaming around out in the middle of, the roadway with trees down everywhere. But that's kind of the extent of it for me. I just kind of try and stay within my bounds, and then here at the end of the month, I'll start exploring my options as far as kits go.
I
Anything
also
can
try
be
to
a
keep like heavy duty shoes in the car, like my boots for working.
Yeah, I got muck
no,
Yeah,
boots too.
absolutely. Absolutely. And a change of clothes because you never know when you're going to get drenched or anything like that. But Ethan,
crawl through the mud.
anything could be a clinical setting as long as you use your
Oh,
imagination.
I'd rather keep my licenses as far as NA and MA goes. So I'd rather not be doing venipuncture out in the middle of a cornfield somewhere.
Listen, Ethan is probably the most qualified out of all of us to do any kind of medical thing. He's sitting there. What you?
I was a
Health?
medic.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's fair. I'll give you that. Okay.
I did
Ethan
my
is
phlebotomy
probably
courses.
the smartest person out of all of us to actually do some of these things. But anyway, as far as Ethan saying that he is,
So,
he's bringing a small little bag. He's probably rolling up in an entire ambulance. He's like, "Yeah, I just got a couple things," and he pulls up in an entire ambulance.
With
Get
a trench
in.
coat on.
Yeah.
No, Doug knows what I'm talking about as far as staying within your certification parameters that goes.
Yeah, don't
So
go outside your scope of practice.
yeah, so I'm
100%.
just an emergency and clinical settings are two completely different things. Now, if I'm in the eyes of the fire department, obviously I can work under an EMT's direction or even a medic's direction, depending on the scenario. So that's only usually after 911's been dialed though, and I'm there in a different light, not wicked weather. So
So I used to go by the nickname Doc. That was my name when I was in the army.
Did you go 88 miles per hour?
No, my DeLorean broke. I was a 68 whiskey. I was a combat medic, so I have training in that field.
That's fair.
I've
You know what? I
I've
did
got
know
one of the
that.
pins on my helmet.
Gaige don't love me no more.
No, I don't. I never
On
really
my
did, but
on my trip to Hawaii,
Gage
I bought
can't
a
remember to
combat
put a
medic pin to
shirt
put
on
on
half
my
the time.
fire helmet.
That's fine, Gaige. I'll still call you later.
I won't answer.
He always answers. All right, Carlee, you want to try again?
Oh, so
Doug's
sad.
disapproval.
You're moving just fine. It's just your voice is like a robot.
I think Carlee, you might be right on the edge of your Wi-Fi signal, which is
Ooh.
affecting it. If you either get off of your Wi-Fi or it might help, to be honest.
Try it.
No, you're good
That's weird that it just like
That's better.
at the
you
moment.
can hear me now.
Had to open the door and let the Wi-Fi in. That's the issue.
I guess that's what I need. I know. I'm sweating my ass off in my car, anyways. Oh. But,
Yeah, that's how the office is right now that I'm in.
well, so I just mainly carry a basic first aid kit in my car, and then you still can't hear me?
No, we
No,
can hear you.
No, we're in something else. Something else. We're just
Doug slipped up and hit the button a little early.
I see. Cut me off. You see how it is?
No, you're good. We can actually hear
No,
you
I'm
now.
giving
So.
you shit. But I keep multiple different so I keep 2 to 3 first aid kits that are just your basics in my car. Not only in my car, but then I'll transfer like 2 of those to my chase bag whenever I am going out to chase. Then on top of that, I usually try to carry like extra clothes that I have that I planned on donating, because you never know who's going to need clothes after an incident. Like, people are going to come out, and last thing, especially someone that might have gotten cut up, last thing they're going to want to do is have to wear those clothes for the rest of the evening. So I always make sure to have extra clothes. I also stocked up on the like dollar Old Navy flip flops when they go on sale, because some people aren't even going to have shoes, and I mean, they're not bad flip flop theirs, but I try to think of little things that not everyone's gonna think of, I guess. And plenty of snacks. Actually keep like children's books. I'll put a couple children's books in my bag as well.
No, that's
Mhm.
Are you all
good.
laughing at
That's
me?
smart.
Thinking.
No,
Uh,
that's
you-
smart.
You had cut out again just for just a second, so he was going with the beat, but we got it because it was the snacks and the children's books and stuff. So we heard that. It was just we were laughing at Doug for jamming to your.
If I go elsewhere, I'm gonna have no light. So,
Oh, you're good. You're good. We don't need no
yeah.
ghosts popping up so Natalie shows up.
My main
We
worry
spent
out here is the fire.
95% of this chase season in the dark with all these nocturnals.
Yeah, no shit. So many
All right,
night
Doug.
chases.
I know you want to talk about it because you're getting antsy with
Big
the
medic
buttons.
guy over here.
I'm working on topics right now, okay?
You mean the photo?
This one?
Yeah. Shout out to Storm Chaser Boot Camp video.
Yeah, y'all should definitely check this video out. It's the funniest video you'll ever see. Now, at the beginning, in the first 30 seconds, it's going to go from Gaige calling everything a wedge to this lizard. I promise it goes past the lizard that's, singing, dancing, whatever the hell it's doing. You guys got to watch the whole damn video. I promise you guys, you'll laugh your asses off.
Everything is a wedge.
Anytime you see Gaige's face, you laugh.
So
Wow.
Very good
You know
point.
what? Low blow, Natalie. Low blow.
She's got a good point.
I'm short. I don't have to aim very high.
All right. True.
That's fair. So
Fair.
huge shout out to Storm Chaser Clint Vesey. I'm gonna give him a shout out, I guess.
Is that Shrek on his shirt?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's his call sign now. We've named him Shrek.
That's awesome.
Andrew Worst with Wicked Weather. I'm not gonna say his actual because I don't want to plug him. So if Gaige wants to, he can. But
no, absolutely not. We need to leave the Reaper Storm Chasers out of it.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go with Wicked Weather. Now the Reaper Storm Chasers. If you guys aren't following them, go give them a follow. Andrew is one hell of a dude. He actually oversees our sponsorships. We are looking for sponsors, so if you're interested, reach out to us and we can work something out.
Don't stroke his ego.
Oh, I heard you stroke something else, but and then we have Gaige. Gaige, typical tism type of guy. So just want to toss that out there. If you guys have not watched the podcast yet, it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook. Y'all better go check it out.
There's another one coming. I already the problem is we're all so spread out. It's hard to get together and actually do these things. But I was actually spending some family time tonight and was like laying down and hanging out and got another video idea. And you can ask my wife. I jumped up and I went from 0 to 1,000 in 2 minutes. And I was like, oh, I got another idea. And I started writing stuff down. And so the other idea is coming. I think my wife's going to help me film some of it tomorrow. And we're not going to have to all be together for this one. So it's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that one. So now with this idea, we actually have 2 more parody videos pretty much ready to go. We just have to film them, edit them, and stuff like that. So there's more coming.
So as much as I don't want to say as much, as many of you guys know, here 2 months ago, we started doing vehicle decals, maybe 3 months ago. Gaige has the Wicked Weather official truck. Everybody knows it when they see it, etc. We have a bunch of kits going out to other chasers within Wicked Weather who want to do the same. Not as cool of colors, but Chevy's the way to go. Those Jeep guys, Andrew.
Yeah, shout out to Chevy.
Hey,
by the way.
hey now, calm down now.
But I want to say we are going to be replacing our fleet here soon, and we need to get the sponsor for this. If you're able to sponsor us, that'd be dope. But check it out.
And if you have that racehorse for us.
That's what I'm saying. That racehorse. We'll
What's the QR code go to? There's a QR code at the bottom right. Is that a donation box?
Hell, I don't know what the QR code is. It just came with the picture.
On, we gotta find out here. Let's see if it'll.
Somebody scan that QR code real quick. See what that brings us to.
I have to admit that I do think that you could go to Central Indiana somewhere and find a couple Amish businesses that will sponsor the hell out of that vehicle.
So
Orange County has them everywhere. Anything
Iowa
New
too.
Orleans.
Oh
so
man, yeah.
I'm related to the Storm Chasers in Northeast Indiana. My last name is Iker. So
Related to who?
the Amish in Northeast Indiana.
Wait, did he say Amish or did he say Storm Chasers?
He said
Storm
Storm
Chasers.
Chasers.
Okay,
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I know I have a little bit of a thing going on, but thought I heard that correctly. Okay. Honestly, if we could get that pulled by a hearse, perfect.
Or the food truck.
Or if I was the jockey.
That, yes.
Honestly, yeah.
Let's see.
Wait, did we find out what the QR code was?
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask.
I'm trying to pull it up right now. I'm seeing if it'll work for me.
It might be a blank one just to the render.
Watch it take you to the Wicked Weather website.
Well, it might be the QR code to wherever that was made. Because was that
Yeah.
AI?
It was AI.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was AI.
it could be to the AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not wanting to pull up anything right now. So
So
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity right there.
that is
So
a missed opportunity.
I do want to touch base on a serious topic though, while everybody's in here. It's been hot as balls out. I mean, hotter than normal. Heat index is well over 100 degrees for weeks on end, and it seems like there's nothing in sight. But just wait, this is coming soon. We're getting this shit back.
But wait, there's more.
For
I'm ready for it.
$37.99. Oh, me too.
No.
Me too.
Oh, I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring all that on. I'm ready for
I
it.
haven't had the heat problem you guys have had because I live in New Mexico, so it's a dry heat. But
Shut up.
I'm excited for the snow. We the wife and I love snow. My wife's from Alaska, so she's super she misses the snow, to be honest.
So she damn near melts during the summer.
Yes, at the beginning, like when I first met her, like she went from Alaska to Okinawa where I was stationed at the time, and she was melting for sure. But she's gotten used to it. Better than what it was, but we definitely. I prefer the cold over the heat. I can always add layers. You can only take so many layers off.
So our next Wicked Weather trip should be Alaska.
Absolutely not.
No.
It's off topic
Forget-
to the trips. Am I the only one here that thought that was a real forecast until I looked at the date? I was like, I must be doing something entirely wrong here because nothing I've seen has showed any snow anywhere. like even for Alaska, I don't think they're getting anything right now.
I made it into the heavy snow.
Yeah, I was like, that's getting really close to me, guys. There's something seriously wrong over here.
So there's a reason on snow forecasts that I date every single one of them in the bottom right corner.
For people like me down here in southern Indiana that always say the meteorologists don't know how to forecast snow.
Hint, hint, maybe to a video coming soon.
So I will say, last winter, all but one snow forecast was dead nuts on. The one snow forecast that we got wrong wasn't by much. It was maybe a 50-mile radius of an area, and that was because a warm nose came in and we didn't predict a warm nose.
Which is
On behalf of all of
for everyone that doesn't know, that's impressive. Actually, snow is so freaking hard to forecast.
No, forecasting sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
It
So
absolutely
Right.
it's
It's my
yeah,
least favorite.
not fun.
What are our
That's
predictions
why
this
I'm not
season?
doing it.
What are we
Predictions
thinking
is-
on our own, not looking at any models or anything? What are our predictions this season?
That's a good
Well,
question. We should do that.
So for me personally, East, North, Central. So that's Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, Illinois. So personally, I'm gonna say anywhere from the range of 36 inches to 72 inches total.
Oh, season.
So
There I am
full
again.
so full disclosure, we're not Wicked Weather's not big on the super early forecasting and stuff like that. We try to keep
Right.
things accurate as possible, and you know, we don't like the hype, right? So we try to keep it super accurate, and obviously we can't do that months out. But every once in a while we'll try to, if somebody wants to know or whatever, we'll give you your best guess, but we're gonna be honest with you and be like, hey, this isn't accurate. This is an educated guess.
The
Yeah,
hypothesis.
Here's
it
my
changes way
guess.
too quickly.
It does. My guess is going to be late January. There's going to be a super crazy forecast that comes out with just an absolute snowmaker that comes out of like Iowa region. And then all of a sudden shifts right towards Doug since he wanted to say that there's 36 inches of snow coming through all at the same time, straight for Doug.
I'll tell you right now, my Kia Optima will plow right through that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Natalie's not going to even be able to see her car as she walks to it, and that.
Hey, that Fiat can handle the snow and ice like no other. The traction control light may be going off like a Morse code, but I'm going to be in the fast lane passing everybody while everyone else is stuck in the right lane.
I can change the settings on my Subaru for what terrain I'm driving on. That's kind of nice.
Does it work though?
It does. It does. We've tested it out on roads. What else? And then, of course, snow and ice. Drastically. Super fun.
So
Speaking of snow, Doug, do you have a picture of a snowman behind you?
yes.
Wow, look at you. You're just ready for
Let's
it.
get a closer shot. Let's get a closer shot of
My
that.
son Eli
Take
made
that
that.
down.
Yes.
You're jinxing
Give him
us.
his
You
screen
draw that,
time.
Doug?
Watch out. Does he have pants on?
That's what I was trying to see when he stood up.
It's a full moon in both sense.
Oh, look at
There
that.
we go.
Oh,
Signed and everything.
So Eli made that.
it's so cute.
All ready for winter.
Picasso made this. It's my daughter Oakland.
Abstract. I love it.
Very
Very
abstract.
abstract.
I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan.
Did Oakland
When the
say
lights
what
go
that
out.
was?
It's a rainbow unicorn.
Oh. Rainbow unicorn. Got it. Okay.
And then my wife did this.
That's beautiful. That's
Oh.
beautiful.
That's very good.
Pretty.
So
The cherry blossoms.
That one's actually good.
If y'all ever get a chance to go to Japan during cherry blossom season, freaking amazing. It is super beautiful. And like, I don't know, that's all I can say about it. Absolutely stunning.
We have the
What time of
Missouri
year is that?
Botanical Gardens here. That's really nice.
What time of
I
year is
wanna-
cherry blossom?
I can't remember. I literally can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. I think it's September, October.
Mid-September.
Somebody in the comments will fill in. I bet you.
Honestly,
absolutely.
shame on me for not knowing. I mean, I did 4 years over in Japan, so for some reason
Gosh.
I can't remember.
I
But
would,
it is
love
beautiful.
to see Japan. I'm terrified to fly over the Atlantic Ocean for that long, though.
Atlantic
Take a boat.
or
Take a boat.
Pacific, if you
Yeah.
go that way. Typically, I think that you're in Kansas, so you would go probably Denver,
Cali.
Seattle, and then over the Pacific to Russia, because that's what we
Yeah.
always did.
So
No, it scares me to fly over that big of body of water either direction. I just no.
It's not
So-
it's not bad. You won't even know it's happening, and then if it is concerning, you're not even going to know about that either because it's already going to be too late.
Take a
Yep.
couple Ambiens, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
we do not suggest drug use.
We got a
I'm
good
not
legal
editing
guy
this.
over here.
This is literally going to go up how we're talking right now.
Don't do drugs.
Going to be submitted 5 minutes after we get done with it.
No,
I'm pretty sure Doug's saying that because he's a mandated reporter too. So
I am. So while we're on the snow topic, what is this?
Is that Gruple?
Dippin' Dots.
I was going to say Dippin' Dots.
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam pieces of a tile, a ceiling tile.
So that is
No, that's
actually
definitely
grapple.
Gripple though.
Yeah, it's grapple.
Mhm.
So if anybody ever sees this falling from the sky in the middle of winter and you go out and you try to pick it up, it feels like styrofoam. It's the worst.
It's
So
awesome.
it
feeling
is
in the world.
styrofoam.
It fell
From the
last year
sky.
where I live.
From the sky, yes.
It's very like
Mother Nature's
squishy.
styrofoam.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, no. My wife loves drawing. Well, my wife, she can draw just about anything. You tell her what she wants, she'll draw it. As long as Oakland allows it. If Oakland doesn't allow it, it
Okay.
ain't getting done.
So who drew the last one? Did your wife draw that last one too? On there?
This one?
Or, yeah. Nope. The other one. Yeah.
You talking about the eagle?
Yeah, the eagle.
No, we actually we bought that one. So eagle is my favorite animal. Eagle on 4th of July, most patriotic thing you could ever say.
America.
America, fuck yeah.
Penguin.
But also, I was
Who
gonna.
said that? Who said that?
Penguins.
Monetization is going to do so good on these.
So
I honestly was gonna like when you held up the eagle, I was gonna say freedom, and then I felt really bad for it just based off of what it was on, and and then I was like, I don't know.
Remember,
So,
Doug
my
paid
wife-
for that.
my wife
True.
paid for
Did
that.
pay for that.
My wife paid for that. That was before we got married. But so I'll toss a little of my personal life out there. I don't care who watches. So back before my wife and I actually got married, we've known each other for like 20-ish years now. But she was working at Goodwill, and she's like, "Hey, I got you something. I got you a present." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Show up to her house and everything. She comes out with a big ass green tote, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I open it up. It's just fucking glass, just eagles, like just from bottom to top, just full of different types of eagles,
Wow.
glasses, everything. Still got it. Still in the tote.
Oh.
Nice.
Just because
My
I'm
grandpa has a
scared,
lot of those.
I'm scared to put it up. My daughter's gonna be like, "Oh, what's this, Dad?"
Yep.
No, 100%. That'll happen.
That's fair.
But
Yep.
it's nice. It's nice if my daughter's out. And there's just general thunderstorms going on, and we're outside, and she'll just look at the sky. "Dad, there's a tornado," and I'm like, "A what? A tornado?" I'm like, "Baby, it's
Tomato?
tornado." Yeah. I'm like, "It's tornado." Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Tornado. Kids.
I mean, only one letter off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Jonathan, let's touch base on Somerset. That night that the tornado went through Somerset and London, Kentucky. I know Shaper and Brian, they went down. Somerset wasn't really accepting anybody. Incident command was basically non-existent. Nobody knew what was going on.
Nope.
So they went over to London. Same situation there. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew who was in charge. Tell us how it was leading up to that event. So we knew you were out chasing, and then I reached out to you and said, "Hey, are you able to head this direction?" Tell us the events that night.
Well, we were out in Western Kentucky that day. We were actually out there with Natalie. And we followed that cell. And Natalie, where did we followed that from? We were like
We
5
we
miles.
started in Paducah.
Yeah, we were like 5 miles west of Paducah. And we followed that cell all the way over to Hopkinsville. I mean, we stayed with that storm for the longest time, and it wasn't doing anything. I mean, it stopped doing stuff basically right at the Kentucky state line, and then it may have put down a couple spin ups, nothing crazy. So we jumped ship on that storm, and we thought the night was done after that. And Natalie, she started heading home.
Yeah, because
And
St. Louis got hit by the 3 here at home
exactly
that same night.
That was the same time, yeah. But we started to head down to Bowling Green. We were trying to get out ahead of a line, just trying to get some cool night shots of the line moving through. We ended up getting stuck in a pretty severe storm. Did a lot of damage. We were doing a little bit of a damage survey in Bowling Green when my chase partner Caleb, he was watching radar, and he was like, "Hey, I think Somerset just got hit, and I think London's about to get hit." And we were watching radar, and there was just tornado warnings popping up left and right. I mean, they were going out. There was one in East Bernstadt. There was one in Somerset. There was one in London. There was one south of London. And I mean, to us, it looked like London had gotten hit like multiple times. So we were just like, oh, crap. And it was like 10, 15 minutes later, we started hearing that, Somerset, and we heard Somerset first. That's why we went to Somerset. Somerset was hit bad, mass casualty incident, all the help they can get. We started driving towards the city. We said, okay, we're not doing anything else tonight, so let's head that way. And so we started making our way out there, and we started getting more and more calls. I started getting calls from other groups, from people saying, hey, they're asking for literally anybody that works in the medical field. They're asking for literally anybody that can come and help. And they're asking for people from like out 200 miles away. So we were like, okay, we're heading that way. I've got my gear. I've got everything I need on me. And when we got there in the city, from my understanding, London and Somerset were two completely different things. Both were kind of in disarray, and two different reasons. I never want to badmouth any first responders, but the emergency response, the incident command set up there in Somerset, was so highly disorganized. When we got there, I checked in with incident command, and there were probably 200 people there in the parking lot of the mini mall we were in. That's where incident command was. And the mall we were in had been hit. So there was debris on one side. I couldn't tell just from looking at the building how bad it was. I didn't really get a good idea until the morning. But, like I said, we had probably 200 people there in the parking lot. Everybody had their gear. Everybody was ready to go. There were people in their trucks ready to move out. They just needed the word. And a lot of them never got it. I showed up and I told them, hey, I'm here. I can help with medical needs. I have all my supplies. I can help wherever you need me. You just let me know. And so I did end up helping a lot of people there in the incident command area. They had brought in a lot of the people from the neighborhood that was right behind the mini mall. That was the hardest hit area in Somerset. And there's a lot of people scraped up, bruised up. The lady I mentioned before with the blood sugar that was crashing, she was a particularly sad case. She ended up losing her house, losing her car, and we weren't sure if she lost her husband or not. And I'm not sure how many of you guys have ever dealt with people in severe diabetic states before, but they can be impossible to work with. They don't want to do anything you say. They want to, I'm all right. I'm fine. I don't need medicine. I don't need to go to the doctor. And I checked her blood glucose, and it was low. It was bad. And I had been piecing together the story of what happened, and that whole time, it evolved into me just trying to convince her to go with the EMT. There was a couple very, very concerned firefighters with me. She seemed to be one of the last ones that was in true need of hospitalization. So thankfully we were able to convince her to go. But from my understanding, the scene, like I said, from Somerset to London, they were both completely in disarray. Two separate reasons. Somerset, a little bit more disorganized. London, it was all chaos from what I understood. It was worst of the worst as far as tornadoes come. Large portions of neighborhoods completely torn down. People not being able to find family members. Tons of fatalities. A lot of really, really tragic stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that were affected in London turned out to be elderly individuals, which I find that just to be pretty sad. A lot of those people, they don't understand technology now to a point where they can get their warnings. They're still relying on NOAA weather radios, which sometimes those don't work. And so it's hard for them to get those warnings. And so that was the main cause of the confusion there in London, was just the amount of damage. We went through there the day after. I had already been up for 36 hours. I tried to help out as much as I could, but I had to get my chase partner to take over at that point. So it was as bad as it gets whenever it comes to tornadic damage like that. It was not a pretty scene. That was by far the worst damage I've ever viewed in my life. I forget what the fatality count was. I want to say it was 22 or 24 just in London. So a really significant event. That's getting up there on the same level as the Mayfield event. So very, very sad event, very tragic event. And I have a lot of friends that live in London, a lot of people that were personally affected by this. And they have not been right since. And it has affected that entire community. It has affected every part of their life. It has affected literally every part of their life at this point.
So I know, doing my own little research on it and talking with people in that area, there was a trailer park that was actually completely wiped out. Every single trailer that was in their mobile home, modular home, whatever you want to call them, was completely wiped out. They had a maintenance guy that just stepped outside to look at the sky because the tornado siren went off. A lot of people don't understand those are just meant to get you inside, and usually some of them only go off for 3 minutes and they have to be reset off. Well, the siren actually stopped after like a minute and a half, so he thought it was fake. They had already lost power from the storm earlier in the day, so they didn't have a whole lot of electricity or means of communication out there besides their phones. So he stepped outside. Tornado took his trailer, threw it over 300 yards with him holding on to it. He survived and was up helping clean up the next day. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, so
That's wild.
Kudos to that guy. He actually slept there on the ground, making sure nobody came in to steal other people's stuff.
Wow. Yeah, those tornado siren, that's one thing to really hit on. I just say this a lot, especially if you guys have seen our live streams while I've been behind the scenes. I've foot stomped this a couple of times with that 3-minute reset thing. Sometimes those warning polygons will hit literally like just the edge of a county, and so the sirens will go off. And then by the time it gets to the county and they extend that warning, the sirens have shut off already, and people are like, "Oh, I'm good." So that's definitely something to consider. Like, again, the outside sirens for one are to warn people that are outside, and have anybody that's outside get to a safe location and then pull up a weather source of some sort to get more information. You can't just rely on those sirens to say if you're in danger or not in danger, whether they're on or off. That's not how this works. It is hey, the sirens are going off. I know they just went off a few minutes ago, even though they're now shut off, right? I need to go look at a radar or turn on the news or something to get more information and figure out if I'm still in danger or not. So I can't foot stomp that enough.
I'm
And
going to piggyback off that.
I'll back that up as well. It's very important to have multiple ways to get warnings. Your phone, it's not enough. Your NOAA weather radio, it's not enough. You need multiple ways to get warnings. When you know there's going to be bad weather in your area, have your phone ready, have your NOAA weather radio ready, have a news channel on the TV, have their live stream playing on your phone. Have multiple ways to get warnings. That is very important.
So we actually had something similar as Somerset and London that same day when St. Louis got hit. There was a young guy who was out with his friends driving when the tornado came through, and it caught everybody by surprise. It was rain wrapped. It kind of came in like a whirlwind, literally. And he was able to get everybody into the house, but as he was getting ready to go into the door, it pulled him back. And it ended up slingshotting him blocks. And when they found him, he was perfectly fine, a little scraped up, but he ended up walking away from it and talked about it. That he was able to help save those other people and this elderly lady get her to safety. And then he got picked up thrown.
Yeah, and to that point, same night, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong, Natalie. The sirens did not go off in St. Louis that night either.
Correct. So we knew that there were storms coming in, but we weren't aware at the time. They had spotted a funnel. There was talk about it, but nothing at that point had been done. There's still a lot of controversy going on about what happened. Hold on, Doug. Put your hand on.
I just want to say we called that 20 minutes before it hit.
We did.
Yep.
We did.
I can attest.
So and they saw the funnel. They knew where it was at, that it was moving in. But the office that was supposed to sound the alarm, they were in a meeting of some sort. They contacted, from what we understand, the local fire department asking them to do it. There was a breakdown in communication. That lady has since been removed and is pending investigation and potentially legal lashback at this point. It's been just devastating. We lost 5 people, and those were 5 lives that shouldn't have been lost. There's still homes that are condemned, that are falling apart. My niece, they're all getting ready to go back to school right now, and there's still kids that are misplaced that don't have homes and don't even have the supplies to be able to get ready for school right now. And one of my niece's friends, their home was directly hit, but they were renting. And when they went through deciding if a place was considered livable or condemned, they marked theirs as considered livable, even though the roof was caving, it was leaking. Like, it wasn't technically livable, even though it was still standing. And the landlord refused to do any kind of repairs. So they've been living in a hotel out in Kansas, and they're still trying to figure out where they're going to go and how they're going to come back so that she can go to school.
Yeah, that's rough. But to our point, that human error, it happens. Sometimes as much as we'd like to be perfect, we're not all going to be perfect. Cities drop the ball, National Weather Service drops the ball. Hell, we'll drop the ball sometimes. But to Jonathan's point, that's why you have to have those multiple ways to get those alerts. And that's why storm chasing is so important too, right? The National Weather Service, they do the best that they can, but we get to bridge those gaps, and we can help bridge those gaps when we're out in the field and
Storm chasers are the eyes of the National Weather Service. They absolutely
100%.
are.
People will try to label us as being reckless or adrenaline junkies. And I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of the adrenaline mixed with it. But our focus isn't about the next, sensational video clip. It's ultimately about keeping everybody safe. And if we're trying to enforce that you're taking shelter, that you're where you need to be at that point, the reality is most people aren't going to take it seriously until they physically see it with their eyes. So when we're able to give that visual, they're more likely to go, oh, there really is a tornado on the ground. Maybe I should seek shelter.
No,
And we help bridge that.
absolutely. And we're all humans too. You could go back and look at one of our live streams where I was behind the scenes and guiding people. And if you watch there was a tornado that went through Bloomington, Indiana. And so we were monitoring that, but I actually live in, my family is from the Columbus area. And any storms that typically go through that Bloomington area where that area where Ethan's located, come right to Columbus. And so we were monitoring that. I was behind the scenes. I was keeping really close eye on that. Obviously I have family in those areas. But if you watch the emotion on my face when I saw the CC drop on that thing and the velocity radar, I was like, my eyes were this big. You watch me mute myself. I was calling my family and like saying, hey, you guys need to like get to shelter. And I was actually more concerned about my grandparents. So I called my dad and I was like, hey, you need to get to grandma's house like now and get them out of there. They don't have a basement. And the size of it, I was actually concerned that it was going to grow to the point where it was not going to be good if you didn't have a basement. So I directed them very quickly and got them out of the way. Luckily, it dissipated right before it hit Columbus. It did hit the Grandview Lake
Horseman's
area,
Camp.
though, and Horseman's Camp. Yep, that area. So, but
Well,
yeah,
when I met up with
Oh, sorry. I was in Columbus the day that had actually happened, doing a
Oh.
ride-along program with one of the helicopters.
that's right, you were.
And I dropped south of it because I did not want to get caught on 46 with something of that magnitude coming through.
Mhm.
And then there happened to be something possibly move through. I don't think it was ever rated, but come through the Seymour area. But I was on the ground within, I think, a day or two of that moving through Bloomington. And something that they didn't really show other than the local representative for this area in the state on the media was, everybody saw that the post office got taken out, right? I know a lot of you that followed that specific tornado saw that area in Clear Creek was kind of toppled over. However, I noticed that the media in the area really kind of blew that one out of proportion. Yes, I saw homes that were completely destroyed and people's lives were definitely changed by it. But they focused on such minute details of that storm rather than going across I-69 to the little housing additions and stuff that were quite literally leveled. I've got some photos and stuff that I personally chose not to send in out of the respect for those families because there were a lot of devastation that had occurred. I know that there was a horse training camp that was also devastated by that as well. Luckily, the horses were not injured; they were able to move them in time. Um, but it depends on the media outlets that pick up the coverage on these things as to how the viewers are going to see it and what their next perception of the storms that are going to be in the future is going to be as well. So that was something that was kind of a shocker to me after that whole situation.
Good for that
I
horse
remember when
camp, though, for moving
Yeah,
those
they
horses
were
in time. That's
they were pretty
impressive.
quick on that. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I drove by and saw the barn, I was like, man, like that's got to be bad because they were all kind of huddled up outside, kind of talking about. I had figured they were talking about worst case scenario, but evidently that was not the case. That none of them were really injured in it. They either moved them or they were not even training that day, and it just happened to be the luck of the draw. But I do believe it was a Friday that happened on. Um, but yeah, that was definitely an eye-opening experience, especially seeing damage of that magnitude. And then the media not really covering it other than a person that was chosen by the people to begin with, uh, went up in a private plane and snagged some photos to get it out there. So
I think that's another thing also, like that people also have to keep in mind, like we're human as chasers also. And the devastation that we see and that we come across and being first on the ground on scene is traumatic in its own way. But as chasers and as trying to help keep the public safe, whether firefighter or EMT, we have to stay level headed. We have to stay calm. We have to stay focused, even when it's hitting our own hometowns, when our families and friends are in jeopardy of being affected. we have to stay clear so that we can continue to keep saving as many people as we can. And I don't think people see that side nearly as much.
No, and like that's why I think it is so important these days for people to have a live stream to be able to go watch, because we are a form of warning in a sense as well, but we are more on the dot what's going on exactly right now and where, and you can physically see it than than your usual local news station is going to be. I don't know how many times that things have gone unwarned where I live, and if it wasn't for watching a live, or thankfully I had you guys this year to tell me, hey, you probably should go downstairs because this isn't warned and it should be. Happens pretty frequently down here where I live. So it's imperative, in my opinion, to find some type of live stream in some form to watch as a potential warning.
I'd
Just
also
not
like
only
to
for
use this
you, but
time
there's
to
around.
mention the ride along program that we got to. I think is also a great idea for those that, seeing it on a screen is one thing, but having the opportunity to come out with us and see it firsthand is a totally
Mhm.
separate experience. You can look at the Weather Channel all day and see the same photos that we see in person, but being there and feeling the atmosphere of what just happened is just it's completely different. It really is.
It's humbling.
Yeah.
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 Very much so. So I want to touch on a topic real quick. This guy.
Hey,
Casey.
Casey.
So for those of you that don't know, this is Casey Billings. He's with Team Dominator Storm Recovery. He is also our director of training. He was assisting United Cation Navy down in Texas during the flooding events. Dude's a stand-up guy. I really think Red Bull needs to sponsor this guy. So if you guys have any connections out there, make sure this guy gets it.
Absolutely.
There's not enough nice words to say about this guy and the dedication he has.
Yeah, he worked his ass off down there
He did.
in Texas. So round of applause. Round of applause to Casey.
Woo!
Yeah, he's great guy. Great guy.
And then I just want to throw this beautiful shot up there real quick.
That's a
So
very beautiful shot.
I took this last year, just south of Jackson County, coming out of Hillsdale County, moving east. This was a tornado warning supercell. It had just lifted and started to occlude here. We turned to go towards the storm. I saw this, and I'm like, man, this is falling apart now. So we stopped. The sunset was setting perfectly, and I was like, we're just going to take a picture of this, and then we drove up under it. There was still a little bit of a funnel hanging down. It was gorgeous. But then we turned around and came back, and by the time we got back out here to the main road, it was nothing but just normal clouds. I mean, it was literally just like fizzles. So we
That's
got down
awesome.
there at the right time to see this. As you can tell, it's old logo in the top right. So that was.
I was getting ready
it's
to
been a
mention that,
minute.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. We gotta save some material for the next podcast. The next one will not be this late, I promise. We're actually filming this at 1 o'clock in the morning, almost 2 o'clock in the
Heck
morning
yeah.
Eastern time.
2. Yep.
140
Yep.
here.
140. Yep.
I'm in the
Yeah.
past. 1140, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1240 here.
So we're gonna wind this down. I'm gonna work on getting this video edited and uploaded tomorrow. So if you're watching this right now, we recorded this on Saturday night. When it's posted, it should be Sunday night. It's after Sunday night. Gaige owes you a beer.
Whoa.
Ooh.
There might be a lot of beer
I
gauge.
would say Ethan owes you a beer, but he's too young. He can't.
I cannot be doing that.
He can provide the money for it.
Hey.
True.
What's your PayPal?
Yeah, that was a big one recently after everything went through content wise.
Yeah,
The whole what's your PayPal?
it is. Hey, I stick to my word, man.
Yeah, that's very true. Anybody that's wanting to join, anytime there's a posting, it's legit.
Mm-hmm. So, I think the 60-something chasers we have that have been with us for months on end. Carlee's been with us since just November. Same with
November.
Yeah.
Natalie. They're two of our day ones. They started with us with like 2,100 people. Here we are, almost 42,000 people following us. So
I think there were only,
10 of us,
13 or
10 to
14 of us.
Yeah, there was it's not very many of us at all.
and then
So,
Gaige still
only
holds
up from here.
Gaige still holds the best first message ever. This dude, when he messaged us wanting to join Wicked Weather, he sent a detailed fucking message. It was probably 2,000, 3,000 characters of him just explaining why he wants to join Wicked Weather, and it was just when can you start?
I'm passionate about it, but let me be honest with you guys. So I was actually building that drone that I'm selling now. I was actually building that with my buddy. I was gonna get into POV drones. To be honest, I didn't get into POV as much as what I wanted to. But Wicked Weather ended up taking a lot more of my time. I probably, if Wicked Weather wasn't a thing, I'd probably be doing drone stuff right now. But yeah, I built that drone with my buddy. He helped me do it, and I was scrolling through like Facebook, and I saw you guys pop up. And this is like the third or fourth time it had come up on my feed, and I told my buddy, I was like, man, like, should I message him? Like, I don't. I was like, and he's like, fuck it. He's like, worst they could tell you is no. He goes, send it. He goes, why wouldn't you? And I was like, all right, fine. So he actually talked me into messaging. And so, yes, I made sure that it was very detailed.
Put
and
mine to shame, probably.
I was actually surprised at how quickly you guys responded. Like, it was like very quick. And it was like, boom. I was like, holy crap, they're already looking at it.
Was it Murphy?
Yes.
I owe that man a beer.
Yes, it was Murphy, 100%.
The one, is he the one that got you that shirt?
The tornado, yes, yes. Yeah.
All right.
Heck, Doug just posted in the TDSR chat, who wants to join my crew? And I was like, I'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm adding you into the Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's how.
And then we all finally met in person at the summit.
Yeah.
Natalie, Carlee, me. Yeah.
So yeah, I messaged Ginger one day. This is before I was on the board with Team Dominator Storm Recovery. If you guys aren't following them, go follow them.
Yes.
But I messaged Ginger. I said, hey, is it okay if I post in here that, hey, I'm looking for storm chasers? I knew exactly what I was looking for. And I was being very, very picky. I mean, more picky than we are right now. And we're pretty picky. So
I still don't know how I made the cut.
Me either.
I think if it wasn't for my first outing and getting that cover photo, I don't know if I'd still be here, tell you the truth.
No, Ethan, you'd still be here, man. Your interview was actually really good. I'm not going to lie. So when somebody reaches out to our page saying, hey, I'm interested in joining Wicked Weather, what are your requirements, blah, 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 we'll send them back what we require. It's a small grocery list. But we request so much stuff from individuals to join Wicked Weather because we don't want to just put somebody that's completely green out there on the street repping Wicked Weather. Like we said in the last podcast, 90 to 95% of Wicked Weather is police, fire, EMS, school professionals, healthcare. Pretty much everybody out there has medical experience, and we're actually really happy with that. But yeah, between Gaige and Ethan, both of their first messages, top 5. Gaige I responded to it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I had just laid in bed, my phone went off, and I look at it, and I'm like, so I sat up on the edge of the bed, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, man. So I screenshot it, and I sent it to Brian and Nathan, and I'm like, read this shit. So I'm sitting there responding to him. I'm like, when can you do an interview? And he goes, I'm free any day after 3. I'm like, all right, how's tomorrow at 3 sound? Or tomorrow at 4. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm still at work. I close my office door. We do the interview.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
like we ended up talking about like Call of Duty and stuff too.
Oh, we did. But just hearing Gaige talk about Storms, his passion for him, and then also what he did in Mississippi a week or 2 prior to the interview, it was instant. Yeah, let's fucking do this.
I'm surprised you didn't pull up my nerdy 16-year-old self photo of me. That would have been a good one to throw up here.
We'll save that for another one and get you off guard.
Is Hareem ever going to join us on one of these, Doug?
No, my friend. Hareem is sleeping. Um,
And we're canceled right at the end.
but
I was thinking.
yeah, like Ethan's, his was very good too. You can tell he was a little nervous in his interview and everything else. He did not put his camera on during the interview. If he would have put his camera on during the interview, it would have been like, can we see your driver's license?
Yeah.
But no,
I think
Ethan's
I
one
was
of
within
the,
like a week or two of being 18.
yeah, yeah, and
Just a wee baby.
he's very mature for being an 18-year-old. I'll give him that. And
Yeah.
I mean, at least he plays it off to be. He's got a pretty good group of teachers around here. Not gonna say any names.
More
Gaige.
mature than most of you guys.
Just wait until Ethan turns 21. He'll go off the deep end immediately.
Yeah. So, with that being said, when you turn 21, Gaige should be back home. And
True.
I think we're gonna have to do a Ethan meetup.
Kirkwood.
I'm down.
First round's on me.
I'll get number 2.
Okay. Ethan can buy number 3.
That'll be fair.
Carlee, we're recording the whole thing.
Yeah. Strap some body cameras to him.
Straight up blackmail.
I got one in the car.
I'll wear a GoPro on my head as a POV.
There you go.
Make sure to shut it off when you're throwing up that night.
But
Gaige is gonna try to
fall
kill
in the
you.
toilet.
oh, absolutely, he will.
What? I missed that.
I said you're gonna try to kill him.
Oh, probably, yeah.
He meant it.
It's fine. We got Narcan. That's how that works, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
just
totally.
drown him in Narcan. Yeah.
Oh, he's over inebriated. Here's the Narcan.
Such a cop thing to do.
Hey.
I know a few of my buddies are gonna be gritting their teeth at that now because I've got a lot of cop friends that I tease about the whole Narcan. So
I was a cadet at my police department when I was young, and I have a criminal justice degree. I'm well aware of how that works, which is why I made the joke.
I always like joking about they show up to structure fires first to be in the way, then spray Narcan at it.
That's all right. So I have law enforcement experience. Everybody's seen the pictures. Firefighters need a first responder to clear the scene for you. So
Exactly.
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Stage in the area of
Is the scene safe? Is the scene safe?
yeah.
We'll be
There
sitting
was
there
a-
enjoying
Yeah,
the
no,
bonfire.
I'm on podcast. Sorry.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Bye, Jonathan.
But I think we'll wrap it up there for the night.
Sweet.
We're a little over an hour and a half. So appreciate everybody that's watching this. Appreciate you guys for joining tonight, especially on a 30-minute notice. For those of you that aren't following us, head over to Facebook. Give us a follow. It's Wicked Weather on Facebook. If you guys want to subscribe to us, that helps us fund our chasers' fuel, as well as get equipment out to them.
Yes,
we
please.
We don't make a lot of money, and I'll be completely honest with that.
Hey, he's back.
My kitten decided to try and stop me here. I think she's.
I knew the kitten was up to something.
That was a drunk lady that came up to me. Are you okay?
Anyways, back to what Doug was saying. Buy me candy, guys. All right, keep supporting us so I can have like my Twix and my monsters and stuff because that's all I can drink. So
What happened while I was gone? Why are we buying you candy now?
we're
Yeah, that looks real bad out of context.
Well, what had happened was, so currently working on the outro, and I was saying, go follow us on Facebook. It's Wicked Weather on Facebook. Also subscribe to us so we can help provide equipment and fuel to our chasers in the field. And then that's where the candy comment came in as you joined back in.
Okay. All right.
And
I'll
then
take your
some
word
drunk
for it.
lady came up to Carlee.
I am out at the lake though, so it's Saturday night. It's gonna happen.
But yeah, if you're not following us, give us a follow. if you got experience storm chasing and you're interested in joining a team that's going to treat you like a family, shoot us a message, but in that message, include whether or not you got reliable transportation. We're not going to take you if you chase storms on a bike. I promise. If you chase it on a 10 speed, we're not going to play that game. This happened. Like OSHA rules, they're in place because something happened to cause that rule. This is a
Yep.
rule because somebody interviewed and they wanted to ride their 10-speed bike to chase tornadoes. No.
More respect to
I-
him though for that one. Not gonna lie.
I wish
That's
he was
ballsy.
joking. I really do wish he was joking, but he's not joking.
We had 2 interviews back to back
Yeah.
that both rode mountain bikes, and
I would
one
love to
and
sit
that
in on an
yeah.
interview one time. Let
I'll
me in
get you
on the board.
I'll get you an
Yes.
interview.
That'd be awesome.
But make sure you send us a list. The things we require, you have to have your sky warrant at a minimum. You have to know how to read a radar and know when rain is coming your direction. At least. We can help you with the storm side. But common sense. Common sense is hard to come by these days. And when we do your interview, I promise if you sit there and you're gloating about storm chasing, and then when we say, hey, can you present us with a couple storms that you've been on, pictures you've taken and stuff like that, and you send us something that is AI generated, it's not going to look good.
Nope.
Gaige will tear you apart like that.
Probably. Yep.
Leave the ego at the door.
Yeah. So when we do our interviews, it's nice, chill, calm, collective. We ask a couple questions. We get to know each other, and we want that family atmosphere. That's what we try to shoot for. We shoot the shit with each other in our chat all the time. We have a meme chat. I mean, you name it, we got it. And then you got Drill Sergeant Gaige over there. I promise you, you don't want me to let him go.
Yeah. Also come with a clean background. If you have a manslaughter charge, that's probably not. We're probably not taking you. Sorry.
Yeah. So we do a lot within schools. We have a school program where we go to schools across the United States. Gaige actually was just recently at the National Nuclear Science and History Museum in Albuquerque, which is part of the Smithsonian. We want people that are going to be able to be around these children, that can get access to the schools, that can go in, teach these programs without any questions being raised. Also, it's more of an integrity booster. If you got some petty drug charges, I'm fine. They were a few years ago. You've cleaned up. I believe in second chances for that. But any violent crimes, it's a no-go.
Yeah, and while we're on that, shout out to the Nuclear Science Museum for that, for inviting us and doing that. That was awesome. It was amazing. The kids had lots of fun. I believe I saw Ethan there too. Ethan, did you have fun at that? It was a good event, wasn't it? No, I'm just kidding.
I was on the radio. I was trying to yeah.
But no, it was good. And also shout out to our sponsors for making it happen, because couldn't have done it without them either.
If you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you guys are having issues with your HVAC unit, reach out to Superheating and Cooling. I promise they got prompt service. They will be there. They will check on your HVAC unit, and they'll get you running again. So if you're in the
100%.
Dallas-Fort Worth area or southeast Oklahoma, reach out to Superheating and Cooling. So this right here, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to tell people, I put an image in the video somewhere. I want them to find it, and I will tell them when they find it. This is the image. I want somebody to tell me that they saw the tree in the middle of the picture. First person to tell me they found the tree in the middle of the picture will win a Wicked Weather t-shirt.
Hey,
All
Hey, I
right.
found it.
Unfortunately, Ethan, we don't sell baby gap sizes. But if you've watched it this far, all the way through the hour and a half, and you tell me you saw that tree in the middle of that picture, message us. Let us know. We'll get you out a t-shirt, and we'll make sure that it's like that, but it's
He's got his on.
It'll be a little bit cooler. So thank you guys for watching. Thank y'all for coming to the last minute podcast so we can get episode 2 out there for everybody. If you guys did not laugh during this podcast, watching this, I don't know what you guys are doing with your life. You guys probably should be thinking. There's some good times here, some serious talks. Remember, this is only episode 2. We're still working out some kinks. Episode 3, 4, 5, it's going to be way better. We're going to be filming an episode in Gatlinburg in September as well.
Heck yeah. Only up from
Yeah.
So
That'll be fun.
We're having a huge Wicked Weather meetup in Gatlinburg in September. Not going to tell you guys dates because we don't want to be bombarded. But
Too
stay tuned
famous.
for yeah. Stay tuned for some really, really good content in September. We also are planning some hurricane meetups, so you never know where you're going to see us. But in the meantime, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Share this to your friends, family, everybody else. On that note, we're out.